Hey everybody, this is Hando, and today I'm going to be showing you some games that I feel like I shouldn't really have, or I just have because, why would I get rid of it? But I didn't seek to acquire it. With the state of video game collecting now, I would be I'd be a fool to get rid of anything. I don't sell games anymore. So, yeah, I'm just kind of cursed with these games forever. Not so. This is kind of a loose categorization. You'll understand as I go through them. I just wanted a reason to talk about these games. So, first one I've got is one that I definitely shouldn't have. This is Mario Golf. So, I played this for the first time at another kid's house. My mom cuts hair, and she went there to cut another person's hair. She had a son named Brendan. Hi, Brendan. Haven't seen you in forever. And we played Mario Golf, and I was pretty taken by it because I was taken by any Mario game at the time that I hadn't played. And he didn't seem that thrilled with it, but me playing it for the first time, I thought, this game's fantastic. This is Mario I haven't played. And it happened when I came with my mom when she was cutting hair at a person's house. Usually that's super boring, and I get, sidetracked by my Game Boy or stuck in a book for a couple hours. But a new Mario game. So I don't know how the negotiation happened, but he let me borrow it. And I left the house that day. And he didn't know that he'd never be getting his game back, but I've still got it because after I left, like a month later, my mom talked to my Grammy and said, "Hey, what happened to, I have this game to return to this boy that Brandon borrowed." And he'd moved away. So, Brendan, if you're watching this, I don't really like Mario Golf, it turns out. I'd like for you to take it back if you're out there. I'll hold on to it if you want, but the offer stands. You can have your game back plus a couple bucks too, just because I feel bad. Our next game, sort of related. I didn't even realize I had this until yesterday. Um, Another golf game for the N64. This is YLI Country Club True Golf Classics. My dad loves golf. I think he bought this for himself at a garage sale at some point in the last like 10 years or so. Whether he even booted this up, I couldn't tell you, but I know nothing about this game. I've never seen it before in my life. Gradius. A good game. I played it as a kid. It's difficult, but if you get that Konami code going, it's more manageable. Anyway, I have two copies, and I don't know why. At some point, my dad picked up another one. He definitely bought the original one, and this isn't a game that he would play. It's a game that he would watch us play, perhaps, if he thought it looked interesting. Anyway, he bought it twice, and that's kind of funny. Good game. I wouldn't have asked for another copy. Classic. So I don't really care about doxing myself, but this is a game that I like. I love it, but the fact my parents had to write my name on so many of my cartridges, like for when I went to sleepovers and stuff and brought my games over the years, I should have had stuff stolen from me a long time ago. And I'm super careful now. Of course, I don't let people borrow stuff without telling them, "Hey, keep an eye on this." But yeah, back in the day when I was a kid, every single cartridge that I took somewhere, my parents would write my name on it. So maybe you guys understand that if you grew up in a certain era, or you were a kid who seemed a little bit too agreeable to persuasion, like I was, a little bit earnest. Here's a favorite, and this is not the first edition of this that I've owned. It's Shaq Fu. Now I used to have this for the SNES, and by the way, this is an infamous fighting game starring Shaquille O'Neal, where he fights um, mythological villains in a weird alternate reality that he finds. I think in like a store, kind of like it's kind of like Gremlins. I think the movie. Anyway, um, this this version of the game had more characters than the SNES version, so I sold the SNES version and kept this. Um, Later, I would find out that there was a guy who set up a website which was dedicated to destroying copies of these. You could send your copy of Shaq Fu to him, and he would take care of it. I don't know if he actually destroyed them. He probably just, I just have held on to them because I'm a preservationist. Maybe he really did destroy them. Um, but anyway, I'm keeping this. You can't take Shaq Fu away from me. I'll probably play it again someday too. That's the sad part. What else have we got? Yeah, this is one that they don't want you. The man doesn't want you to see this. They don't want you to know it exists, even though it's ubiquitous. Miss Pac-Man. Turns out Namco doesn't own the trademark to Miss Pac-Man, so they have tried to eliminate her from the Pac-Man canon. They're re-releasing Pac-Man World, a game that I liked a lot for the PlayStation 1, and Miss Pac-Man used to be in that. You think she's going to show up again? I have a theory they're remaking that game just because they know it's really good, and it's like a sleeper, like old school hit. Not hit, sleeper old school game that would be good to re-release. But they know if like a speedrunner makes it big first, that Miss Pac-Man's going to get out there. And so we need to avoid that. It's business, just business, man. The last game I wanted to show you that I shouldn't have is Pokemon Gold. I don't know if I've ever played this. It's my brother's copy. Mine was Pokemon Silver. I don't know where it is, but somehow I ended up with Pokemon Gold instead. So, Jason, if you want your copy of Pokemon Gold, it's here, but you probably don't care. The battery's probably dead in it anyway. Anyway, those are the games that I shouldn't really have, or someone wouldn't want me to have, or I would give away to the owner. It's kind of yeah, this is a little off the beaten path, but I hope you enjoyed it.